Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Algebra. And we're here. We're going to learn about a new concept today, and that concept is going to be expressions. An algebraic expression is just any combination of numbers and variables. Okay, so anytime you see a collection of numbers and variables, maybe there's some exponents in there, a square root, anything like that, that's an expression. Okay, now what's important to know about expressions is that expressions do not have equal signs in them. So if you see something with an equal sign, that's not an expression, that's an equation. Okay, so expressions are going to have anything that doesn't have an equation or an equal sign in it. That is an expression. Okay, and now typically when you're in an algebra class, you're going to get expressions that look like this. Let's see if we can see all of them. Yeah, we can see them all. Okay. So the first one up here, we've got 5x plus 4. That's an expression. And then they might tell you what one of the variables is. So in this case, we have a variable that's x. It's in there. It's right there. And they tell us that x is equal to 3. And then the problem is going to ask you to do something called evaluating. Okay, so evaluating is just taking the number that they give you for the variable. In this case, 3 is going to be x. And they want you to finish the expression with 3 in there. So what we would do is we'd take 3, and we're going to place it where this x is. So we've got 5 times 3 plus 4. 5 times 3 is 15, and if you add 4 to it, you'd get 19. And so if you evaluated this expression, you'd get 19, and that would be your answer. Okay? Let's do 2 more. We've got 8y plus 2x, and we're going to evaluate with x being 2 and y being 1. So in that case, we'd have 8 times 1 plus 2 times 2. Now, I'm putting these in parentheses, and that's just to keep it orderly so we know what's what and where it's supposed to go, right? Since this 8 is being multiplied by a y, it's easier to remember that it's being multiplied if you do 8 parentheses 1. Now, I'm doing this because as you go in your algebra class, things are going to get more complex and more complicated, and keeping everything straight and making sure that you have the right symbols and multiplication and division and adding and subtracting all in the right place is going to be important for you so that you can solve the problem. So starting right now when we're in the basics of evaluating an expression, we're going to make sure that we're using the right notation so that we don't get lost down the road. So we've got 8 times 1, that's 8. And then we've got 2 times 2, which is 4. And 8 plus 4 is 12. So there we go. We've evaluated a second one. Now we're just going to do our last one here. We've got 3a minus 2b. And they've told us that a is 4 and b is 2. So just like last time, we'll, like I like to say, plug in the numbers. So a is 4 and b is 2. So we get 3 times 4, which is 12, and 2 times 2, which is 4. And so 12 minus 4 is 8. And there you go. That's how you evaluate an expression. Remember, folks, evaluating an expression are some new words in our math vocabulary. An expression is just a collection of numbers and variables. And evaluating is what we do when we are given some values for those variables, and we can figure out what the expression is worth, how much, what's the total of that expression. Okay. Thanks for watching this episode of Algebra. I'm going to follow this one up with some more examples of expressions and evaluating them. See you soon.